want it at 35 psi. Now this may be a little high.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Fine Jeep. Today we have a special treat for us. By us, I mean me and my wife. We've decided to take a step away from the Bi-Air air compressors that we've been using for the last couple of years. The Bi-Air that I've had lasted me a good 2 years, and coincidentally, just after the warranty expired, the item itself failed. I had called Bi-Air about the situation, and I went ahead and I sent it to them. Of course, after a couple back and forth emails, they said, go ahead and send it to us so we could take a look at it and see what they can do. Okay, not a problem. I sent it to them. A few days later, they get back to me with the diagnostic results. And of course, we took it apart to take a look at this. Now, there was a few items like a sleeve and a couple other items that are either scarred or had debris in them or some other failure. And which I didn't understand, because when I use my air compressors, I always let them know that, hey, by the way, just so you know, my compressor never touched the ground. I always had it mounted on top of my winch. So it's hard for me to understand why there's dust in there or whatever debris, even especially since the filter was clean, which I had another buddy take a look at it and he verified everything before I sent it in. Filter was clean, there was no physical damage to the device. And they just said that there was another part that actually failed inside. They created the whole cataclysm, or that one part that failed was the catalyst for the other failure. But since it was out of warranty, they were willing to repair it. They gave me an estimated bill of about $107, a roundabout figure. I asked them what's the warranty on that, since I'm doing a repair, or if I consider the repair, what would be the warranty? They said, well, you know, we'll give you about 90 days. But they're kind of lenient on that. I'm like, 90 days lenient, what does that mean? Like 90 days in a week, 90 days in a month, who knows? You know, but after some consideration, being since about 2 years ago when the Bi-Air was brand new out of the box, I paid about $350 for it. It only lasted me 2 years. The warranty expires, then it fails. And now for another just over $100, I'm only gonna get 90 days. The math didn't calculate well for me. So I went ahead and I contacted Bi-Air and I let them know, you know what? I'm gonna go in another direction. And that's what we're talking about today. The direction that my wife and I decided to go with is MORRFlate. MORRFlate's been a fantastic vendor for air compressors. I've seen magnificent results from other Jeep buddies of mine off-road. So today we're gonna unbox ours. Okay, so it definitely came in the shipping box. And there's a box inside the shipping box. Let me get that out of the way. Box out of my way. And this is the nice box that they ship it in. It's a black box with their label on it. You know, of course, all four sides have the same design on there. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so we got the cool styrofoam packing, which we're gonna keep this for a moment. And these things are horrible, man. This white stuff gets everywhere. And those of you who have done a lot of unpacking, you understand what I'm talking about, because this thing is not nice. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna notice as we're taking it off, or removing the package, it comes in a sweet bag. And there's another little white thing in there. We're just like not gonna fiddle with that right now. So it comes in a very nice bag. The bag itself is very sturdy. Clean some of that white stuff over there. It's got looks like 3 side pockets here on one side. 3 more side pockets on the back side. Let's see what else. Double zipper. Just keeps on getting better from here. Okay, and here it is, a brand new compressor wrapped in bubble wrap. So let's go ahead, where's the handle? Okay, remove the bag, remove the bubble wrap. Okay, get the rest of it off of there, and there we go. Alrighty, we're gonna hang on to that bubble wrap for a moment. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna notice is got a little bit of weight. Now, this is the MORRFlate TenSix. The MORRFlate TenSix has got dual compressors, dual filters. It has what I believe is a 6-foot air hose on it with a green anodized valve lock on the chuck and a 7-foot cable for your battery. Now, this is definitely advantageous. You always want to go ahead and connect your compressor to your battery because air compressor will draw a lot of power. So when it's connected, always best recommended, have the engine running. This way your alternator is generating that power to regenerate your battery. All right, now, unlike most compressors, they would probably have like a rocker switch on the side or on the top somewhere. This one has the power button or the rocker right on the back. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little red one, which is clearly identified with a circle mark for the off and a little line mark for the on. And it's like the only thing in the back, so nothing in his way. It's unmistakably the power button. All right. Now, we went ahead and went with the TenSix because of the CFM flow. It's specifically called the TenSix because it produces 10.6 CFM up to 30 PSI. And then it slows down from there. That's like not to overinflate so quickly. But this is definitely a nice model over here. In fact, I'm gonna give MORRFlate a lot of props. They were like super cool about this compressor. Their website is like, easy to navigate. They even offered a free pair of gloves. You just need to select your size. Like, they're not the most expensive gloves in the world, but you know what? They gave you something for free. And who can't use a free pair of gloves, especially when you know that your generators get hot? You know, something like this, it's nice to have a pair of gloves. Oh, and while I'm holding it, the handle itself is collapsible. It's on a hinge. So when you're storing it, you can actually put the handle away and it will not obstruct the lid of your bag while you're closing the zipper. Okay, what else we got here? Along with this, I went ahead and I made other purchases. I spent a decent amount of bread on their website. Now, along with the compressor, I went ahead and I ordered the 4-tire inflate kit, also by MORRFlate. Now, this is going to be a super quick show and tell. It comes in a 1/4-inch hose. This green one, it looks like Flexzilla. This is not Flexzilla. I don't know what it is, but very nice, very pliable hose. Regardless of the temperature, it does not retain memory. Easy to roll up, easy to store. And I selected the option for a digital gauge. Now, this digital gauge is awesome. It's very accurate. The battery still works. The only thing with this one, I had to replace the battery once already. That is my fault. I forgot to turn the gauge off. I don't know if it has an auto off or not, but I put myself in a habit that when not in use, click the power button again to turn off the gauge. And as a little treat, see it right there? I got these caps at the end of the chucks. Went ahead and that was a separate purchase, super inexpensive, about 2 packs, one for me, one for my wife. Oh, let me just make it clear that everything I bought from MORRFlate, I bought in twos, the compressors, the air kit, and the caps kits. You know, if I'm gonna buy myself one, I'm gonna buy my wife one. Only because she's as much an off-roader as I am. We're both trail leaders with our club, and we're both just trying to make it happen. So why not both have enough equipment to make sure that if we are separated going our own directions, or she may be leading, I may be the tail, we're always covered. That's for sure. Now, this hose is 125-inch as far as wheelbase for my Jeep, or most Jeeps, JKs, JLs. The JT would probably have a longer one. This is a 125-inch hose. I think the JT takes a 150-inch hose, or hose kit, I'm sorry. But super easy to use. Just connect all 4 tires, connect this to the hose of your compressor, and turn on your gauge. And like I said, it is super quick, easy maneuverable, easy to handle, and easy to store. Now, all disclaimers aside, I am going to try and demonstrate how quickly this air compressor will generate it to itself. And what I really want to demonstrate is the auto shutoff. MORRFlate made sure that there is a built-in regulator in their compressors. When the regulator reaches 120 psi, it automatically shuts off the compressor so that you don't overexpand or overfill or just overdo it somehow. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and open the hood of the Defiant. We're going to go ahead and connect the compressor, and honestly it shouldn't take about 3 seconds or so. Let's go ahead and get it all prepped and get started. Alrighty, so as to clearly demonstrate the built-in regulator of the compressor, I went ahead and I opened the hood. I got the 2 battery leads hooked up to my battery, and let's go ahead and give it a shot. This shouldn't take about 3 seconds. Now at the same time, when it starts up, it's going to start to generate power. Pressure is going to build up in this hose. When it reaches 120 psi, it's going to automatically shut off. Let's go ahead and take a look. Wow, that was awesome. That was like under 3 seconds. It built it up quick. At this point right here, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my compressor and decompress that hose so there's no pressure built up in the system, because I definitely don't want to ruin the device. Let's go ahead and get ourselves all prepared. Alrighty, I know that my demonstration was pretty quick, but it did not take the compressor a long time to build up to 120 psi and let the regulator shut off the compressor before any damage can happen, which is wonderful. Now, of all things that I used, I have, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Anyway, it's over here somewhere. I have one of my air guns that I use for other work that I've done. So I just pretty much connected my pneumatic impact gun to that hose, which fit perfectly. It's a regular IM coupler, and just decompressed the line and relieved all the pressure from the compressor. At the same time, I'm able to go ahead and care for this and store it, knowing that it's all good and it's working perfectly. Now, along with the compressor, and I got the really cool bag and everything, of course. Oh, there it is. You're gonna get your receipt. It comes in the bag, and I'm sorry, in the box. And full disclosure, I'm also getting this return label. The reason being is, this is not my first MORRFlate air compressor. All right, this one is actually a warranty exchange. When I received my initial shipment, of the 2 that I have received, one of them was defective. And what I mean by that is the actual regulator was not working, where I either closed the valve on the 4-tire air hose kit or just let it keep on running, and it never stopped. It just kept on going. And I thought that was a problem. I contacted MORRFlate. They asked me to make them a video, let it run for about 10 seconds, let's see what happens. I sent them the video. They said no problem. The customer service is incredible. They went ahead and just said, all right, tell you what, I'm going to send you out a new one, but send me the other one back. In fact, they even told me to use the same box. That's why they sent me a shipping label, which is awesome. Few and far in between. It's been a long time for me where a vendor or a manufacturer actually sends me a shipping label where all I got to do is drop this off at the UPS store, which is fantastic. You know, MORRFlate, more props to you. This has been a fantastic experience. Even though I had to do a warranty exchange, the experience just got better because the customer service is, God, it's unparalleled. I mean, who else does that? I mean, when I was talking about Via earlier, and they told me to send it to them, I still had to pay all the freight. It's not like they said, hey, you know, go ahead and send it to us, you know, whether it be COD, which is cash on delivery for those of y'all that don't know what that means, or they didn't bother to send me a label of any kind. Yeah, they gave me an RGA number, which is a return goods authorization, just so they know that it's going to be something to look at, kind of like a warranty issue, but let them take a look at it. But no, everything was still out of pocket for me. MORRFlate, man, they took care of me 100%, man, and yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better. Let me see. And of course, in the box, you also get this really cool sticker, which stickers is expected, but this is a super cool sticker because now that I am a full follower of MORRFlate, this sticker has earned a place on my Jeep. You know, that being said, for products like this, if you have any questions, please contact me at steve@defiantjeep.com. You can find all of your Jeep performance accessories, camping goods, and other merch at defiantjeep.com. I'm an MFer. Why aren't you? Have a great day.